All right, let's just get started. So we'll start with our neck. We'll take an ear to shoulder and stretch through the center of the side of the neck. And then we'll switch that to the other side. Good, and then you're gonna bring this arm behind your back, look towards the opposite direction, and then tilt that chin down to get a stretch through the back of the side of the neck. And release that, switch to the other side. Look this way, tilt down to about a 45-degree angle, getting the stretch through the back of the side of the neck there. And then bring it back up, look the other way and tilt that chin up. You're trying to get that stretch through the muscle that runs along the front of the side of the neck. So you might have to tilt that head back a little bit to get that spot. Good, and then we'll release that, look the other way. Tilt the chin up to that 45-degree angle, aiming to get that stretch through that muscle along the front of the side of the neck, and tilting that head back a little bit if you need. All right, and release that. We'll bring our arms up to fence post, pull those elbows back. Goal post, fence post. I just call these whatever I want depending on the day, I guess. Pulling those elbows back and release. Pull them as far back as you can and release. 4 more times. And 3, 2, and last one there. Good, bring those elbows down, palms up, rotate. So those palms go back as far as you can and then release, rotate and release, rotate and release, rotate and release. 4 more, 4 and 3, 2, and last one there. And then pull those, or clasp those heads behind your back, and then pull those elbows back as far as you can and release. Pull them back and release. Pull back, release, back, release. 4 more, and 3, 2, and 1 more. Right there. Release, and then grab your bar or chair right away. And we're just going to bring it to this side. You're going to need room to step behind you and room to kick front. So we're going to do a pattern here. Our feet are going to be hip width apart, toes facing forward, and we're just going to step that outside foot back to come down for a lunge. Then you're going to do big knee, and then back down for a lunge, big kick, and reach that hand out, trying to kick as high as you can. All right, so it's lunge, knee, lunge, kick. Let's get started. You can keep your hand here if you want. Otherwise, like I said, we're going to move it to kick front. So it's like going to be lunge, knee, lunge, kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. Good. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. 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 Keep going. Knee, lunge, and kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. 4 more of each. Knee, lunge, kick, lunge, knee, lunge, kick. 2 more each way. Knee, lunge, kick, and lunge, knee, last kick. Very good. Now we're going to switch that right away to the other side. Feet hip width apart. Your outside leg is your mover, and so it's going to be lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. All right, let's get started right away. Lunge, knee, lunge, kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. Keep going. Knee, lunge, and kick. Lunge, big knee, lunge, and kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. 8 more each way. Lunge and kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. 4 more. Knee, lunge, kick. Lunge, knee, lunge, and kick. 2 more. Knee, lunge, kick. Last 1. Knee, lunge, and kick. All right. Switching the bar right over to the other side. All right, so we're going to start in our first position. Now this was the one a few weeks ago, first morning class I brought it to. I messed it up, but we're not going to mess it up today. So in that turnout, by we I mean me, that outside leg, you're going to maintain turnout as you sweep that foot forward, and then you're going to sweep the leg all the way around back and then back into first. All right, and then from there, you're going to step out into plie in second, and then step it back to this first position. All right, so it's front, bring it around, center, plie, back to center, and around, and plie, and around, plie, and front, around, plie, front, around, plie, and front, around, plie, front, around, plie, front, around, plie. And one more like this, front, around, and plie. Now we're going to take those the opposite direction. So you're going to sweep back and then come around and front and then back to this first and plie. All right, so take it back and around and plie, and back, around, plie, and back, around, plie, and back, around, plie. 4 more. Around, plie, back, around, plie, and back, around, plie. Last 1. Around, plie. Good. Now we're just going to take out to plie and into first. Arms, if you want, you can bring it in now. We're going to come out here and up. Plie and first. Plie and first. Plie and first. Plie and first. Good. Keep going. Chest lifted, belly button in. Keep shoulders right over those hips. Don't lean forward. Good. We're halfway through plie. Bring it into first. Try to come nice and strong into that first position. Glutes really working as you slide that foot in. 7 more, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 right here. Now 8 times, we're going to pulse 3 and bring it into that first position. All right, so it's 3, 2, 1, and up. 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 4 more. 2, 3, and up. Down. 2, 3, and up. 2 more. 2, 3, and up. Last one. 2, 3, and up. Now we're going to progressively lower for a count of 3, 2, 1, and up. We'll do that 8 times. 3, 2, 1, bring it up. 3, 2, 1, 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 up. 2 more. 2, 3, up. Last one. 2, 3, and up. Good. Now, step out to that second position. Take this outside heel and lift it up. All right, so this one's still down, that heel. Only this heel's up, but stay nice and centered, shoulders right over those hips, centered through the core. And we're gonna go into single plies right here. So down, and up. Tilt that pelvis forward, tuck that tailbone under, belly button in. Good. Now, these are feeling really good, form's feeling good. You need more of a challenge, then I want you to take them lower, right? Alternatively, if you start losing form, then you can take them not quite as low, right? Good, 8 more, and then we're gonna slow this down to counts of 2. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So take it down for 2, up 2, heels still up, 2, down 2, up 2, and down 2, up 2. 4 more. 2, up 2, and down 2, up 2. 2 more. 2, up 2. Last one. 2. Now 4. So down 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4. 4 more. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4. Last one. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4. This heel's still up. This heel's still down. Take hips low and pulse it there. Pulse, pulse, pulse it out. Good. Keep pulsing. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. We're going to hold low for a count of 8. Hold low. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. And then we're going to switch that all to the other side. So starting by stepping it into first position in your natural turnout. Inside leg, don't lock it out. Have a little bit of give in that knee, a little bit of bend almost. And then this outside leg is going to sweep forward. Engage that core to stay nice and stabilized here as you sweep that around, and then sweep it back into first position. As you bring it into first, those glutes should be working. You're really pulling it in, engaging that core to find that nice center. All right, so we'll start here. Sweep forward, bring it around, and then you're gonna step into that second position. All right, forward, bring it around, and step into that second position. forward, around, into that second position. Forward, around, and second. So 4 more like this, front, around, and second. And front, sweep it around, and second. 2 more, front, sweep it around, and second. And last one, sweep it around, and second. Good. Now switch directions, so you're going to sweep it back and around and second. All right, let's get started with 8 of those. Sweep it back and around and second. Sweep it back all the way around. First and second. All the way back and around. And first and second. Back, around, and first and second. 4 more. Back, around, and first and second. And back, around, and first and second. 2 more. Back, around, and first and second. Last one. Back, around, and first and second. Good. Now we're just going to go from second and sweep it into first. Really bringing those heels together, engaging those glutes, and nice and strong and tall through that center. All right, so second, plie, and then first position. Good. Keep those shoulders right over those hips. Don't lean forward. Tuck that tailbone under so you're not sticking the butt out behind you. Second and first. Engage those glutes as you bring it into first. Good. Plie, first. Shoulders right over those hips. Good. And 8 more to go. Here's 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one right there. Good. Then we're going to step out into that second position. We'll pulse 3, so it's 3, 2, 1, and then we'll bring it back into first position. We'll do that 8 times. So 3, 2, 1, and first. 3, 2, 1, and up. 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up. 4 more, and up. 3, 2, 1, and up. 2 more. 2, 3, and up. Last 1, 2, 3, and up. Now lowering for a count of 3. 3, 2, 1, and up. 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 4 more. 2, 3, and up. Down. 2, 3, and up. 2 more. 2, 3, and up. Last 1, 2, 3, and up. Good. Then we're going to step it out to this wide second position. Outside heel is going to come up. Shoulders over those hips, tilt that pelvis forward, and single plies here. So just bring it down, up, down, and up. Nice and centered. Eight more, then we're going to slow it down to counts of 2. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring it down for 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, and down, 2, up, 2. 4 more. 2, up, 2, and down, 2, up, 2, 2 more. 2, up, 2, last 1, 2, Now 4, take it low, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, nice and centered, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, go low, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, 2 more, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, last one, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, take it low, and pulse it out, pulse, pulse, pulse it out, pulse, pulse, good. We're gonna do 8 more, and then take it low, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, we'll hold this low, good, hold low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it up. All right, shake those legs, give your quads each a stretch like this, and I'll be right back. McKenna's alarm is going off, I don't know if you can hear it. And then we're just gonna quickly give our calves a stretch as well. So you can press a heel into the floor behind you and reach the chest and hips forward. And then switch to the other side. Very good. Bring that bar or chair back over to the other side. And you will, again, need room to reach in front and extend that leg behind. So we're just gonna do a straight arabesque series where we're going to have our feet hip width apart, toes facing forward. We're going to do our inside leg as the mover on this one. So not the outside one today. We're gonna do this one here. That's closest to your bar or chair. And you're going to do opposite arm reaching, like so. And then bring it in. All right, so we're just gonna go arabesque knee. I want with the standing leg to don't lock it straight at that knee. Have a little bit of bend, a little bit of give, right? And then as you're pulling this knee in towards the chest, really try to pull it in as far as you can. Gauge that core, pull that belly button in to help with that. And then on this extension, as you reach that leg out at hip height, squeeze the glute at the top of the movement, right? So bring this in. I always think core as you pull the knee in and glute as you reach that leg out. So knee or core, glute. Bring that knee in, extend out, in, extend, in, extend. Now you are trying to keep that chest facing the ground, so resist the urge. Don't open up and face that bar with the chest, right? You are just hinging straight forward, chest stays square with the ground, right? No twisting through that torso. Pull that knee in, squeeze that glute. Pull that knee in, squeeze that glute. Knee, glute, knee, glute. Good. 8 more. Here's 8, knee, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Then I want you to reach out. We're going to go and hold that extended position at parallel to the ground at hip height and shoulder height. And I'm going to give you the option. You could either, with this leg, just hold. The hold in itself is going to be enough work, but if you want, and you're feeling good, and you want to add on, we'll do a single leg plie. So when you're down like this, we're going to do a little bend, just very little, and we'll do that 8 times, or you're holding for a count of 8. All right, so reach out, and it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee in. So now we're going back to 8 arabesque. So reach out, 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to go back out to that position and same thing. You either hold still or we're going to do those 8 single leg plies, but very tiny bends. All right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in and 8 more arabesques. So reach out, 8 and 7. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. And then last time we're going to go out and either hold here or 8 single leg plies. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. All right, we're going to do a figure 4 stretch on each side before we move this all to the other side. All right, so ankle across the knee and sit into those hips and glutes. Get a good stretch here. Once you've been here a few moments, try to sink deeper into that stretch. Good, and then bring it up. We'll switch that figure 4 stretch to the other side. So ankle across your knee and sit into those hips and glutes. Once you've been here a few moments, let yourself sink deeper into that stretch. Good, bring it up, and we're going to switch that all to the other side. Make sure you got room to extend behind you and reach in front, and feet hip width apart, toes facing forward. So it's our inside leg that's a mover, right? So this is going to be our knee, and extend this outside leg. I just want you to check in, make sure you're not locking that knee straight. So have a little bit of bend, a little bit of give there. You're going to pull that knee in, really take this opportunity to work that core, engaging that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core and pulling that belly button in as you try to pull that knee in as far as you can. When you hinge forward, you hinge straight, so do not open up towards that and twist that torso to open up towards the bar with the torso. Torso stays facing the ground, so you're just hinging forward. All right, so, and squeeze the glute at the top. All right, so let's get started. Reach it out, in, squeeze glute, engage core. Good. Belly button pulls in, hinge forward. Don't walk out that standing knee. Knee. Good. Core and glute. Core and glute. Core, glute. Core and glute. Good. Don't twist through that torso, right? Make sure you're just hinging straight forward and that chest is nice and square with the ground. 8 more. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one there. All right, we're going to reach out to that parallel position, extended at hip height and shoulder height, and you're either going to just hold or you'll do very small plies. 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. 8 arabesque. So reach out, 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Reach out, hold, and either hold here or 8 little plies. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, and 8 arabesque. So reach it out, 8 and 7, 6, pull it in, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then last time, reaching it out, either hold here or 8 little plies here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Good. Now we're going to do a figure 4 stretch on each side. So take an ankle across the knee, sit into those hips and glutes, and opening up also through that lower back, stretching into the hips and glutes. Good. Let yourself sink deeper. Good, and then we're going to switch that all to the other side. So other ankle across the knee, sit into those hips and glutes. Stretching that lower back as well. Let yourself sink deeper. Good, release that. We're going to step about shoulder width apart here, and we're going to do a roll down. So pull the belly button in, engage that core, and roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae, starting at the top of the spine, rolling down one by one. Good, and then let it hang here. Straighten those legs. Get a good stretch through the back of the legs. Open up that lower back. Relax now to let yourself sink deeper. Keeping those legs straight though. Good. And then before you bring it back up, I want you to very methodically pull that belly button in towards the spine. Engage that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core, and then roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and strong and controlled through that deep inner core. Very good. All right. So we're going to take our bar chair, put it out of the way. We're going to move down to the mat. So I'll give you a few moments to do that. Set up, change your view, get your mat ready. As we bring it down. We'll start sitting and we'll roll it down just to work through that lower back to start. So you'll start sitting, and you can use your legs for support if you need, or you're going to bring your arms here. You're going to start by creating a C curve in that lower back. So create that curve, particularly trying to round through that lower back. And then you're going to engage that core over and over again to control as you roll down just one bend in that spine by one bend, starting at the very bottom of the tailbone, and just bend one vertebrae by one vertebrae, trying to articulate through each one. Engage that core over and over again to control vertebrae by vertebrae, vertebrae by vertebrae, vertebrae by vertebrae. One at a time. Good. It is easier for the top half, that is for sure. All right, so we're going into our roll-ups. Roll-ups every day. Arms up. We're going to inhale as you start to come up. Vertebrae by vertebrae, engage that pelvic floor. Start your exhale at the hardest point. And if you want to modify, you can bend those knees for that part, and then as you reach forward, you're going to straighten those legs again. Reach forward as far as you can, pull the belly button in, exhale all that air out. So creating a stomach vacuum as you do. And then reverse. And same thing with the modified at the part where you're coming down. Here you can bend those knees for that lower back and then straighten them out. All right. Inhale, engage, and exhale, pull that belly button in,
Reach forward, exhale all that air out. Try to reach as far forward as you can.
And rolling it down. Let our focus for these today be the stomach vacuum components. So when you're reaching forward and you're exhaling all that air out, you are pulling that belly button in towards the spine as far as you can. So let's accentuate that. I mean, you should always accentuate, but it's going to be our sort of focal point on the mechanics of this today. Inhale, engage, and exhale, and pulling that belly button in as far in as you can. Exhaling all that air out. And then having one single focal point. It's not like you are just focusing, like obviously there's a lot of mechanics that go on, but the whole point of that is really that because there is so many different things that we're trying to do technically in this roll up, is really just training your brain and your body, right? So that essentially one day you can almost be on autopilot with it, right? You don't like, if you're just doing these, you could maybe like, oh, I didn't really pull my belly button in on that part, or I didn't, really I forgot to synchronize my breath or whatever, because it's a lot. So that's why I like certain days to just have something that we're focusing on to try to make sure we do each rep. And then, for example, tomorrow, it's more ingrained in our minds and bodies to do that every time. Good, we're going to do 5 more. And 4 more. Three more. Inhale, engage, start your exhale, pull that belly button in. Exhale all that air out. Pull that belly button in as far as you can as you're reaching forward. Good. 2 more. And 1 more to go. And reverse. Nice control, vertebrae by vertebrae. Very good. All right, we're going to go, we're going to roll onto our stomach, but we're going to go into plank, from plank to pike. So pushing that butt up into the air. So you could do these on your elbows. So if you're doing a plank here, and then you're pushing up like so, right? And then you're coming back down like that. So you could do them there, or you're going to come up to the push-up plank position and do them from there. All right, so make that choice, and coming into position here, and then pull that belly button in and push that butt up towards the ceiling. All right, and then you come back to that push-up plank and then push it back. My back seems extra curvy today, I'm just going to say. So you're trying to come to that nice plank and push it up and plank. Pull that belly button in as you exhale that air out and push that butt up. And back down. Combining that breath. And down for that plank and pike it in. And down for that plank, 2 more. And plank, and 1 more. And plank. Then just take those knees on the ground and push back into child's pose. And then we're going to go right down onto our stomachs all the way here. And palms just beside our shoulders. Our feet are going to be hip width apart. And notice how my toes are curled under. They're preparing for me to push up to a plank position. So you're going to look at the ground. You're going to engage that core. So pull the belly button in, engage that pelvic floor to cue the deep inner core. And then you're going to push up to plank. Now, ultimately, are you trying to keep a nice plank the whole way? Yes. But just depending on where you are today or overall, don't be too concerned if you're, coming up a little bit of cobra first and then straightening to that plank. It's all about doing it and practicing it and getting stronger in it to get to that point where you can just come up in a plank. And lowering, I want you to lower with control all the way to the ground, right? Just come all the way down, but don't drop yourself, just come down with control. So engage that core and push it up to that plank, and then nice and controlled, bring it back down all the way to the floor. And engage and push it up. And then lower with control. Engage and push it up. And then lower with control. Engage and push it up. And lower with control. And engage and push it up. And lower with control. 2 more to go. Engage, push it all the way up, and lower with control. 1 more time. Engage that core and push it up, and then lower with control. While we're down here, we're going to do some baby cobras. You can relax those feet, palms still just beside your shoulders here. And the point of these baby cobras, not for the ones we're just doing tiny. We're activating the back of those upper arms, those triceps. So that's what we're aiming for. Not pushing this up into a true cobra. We're just doing little pulses. So you press those palms into the floor and just come up a couple inches and lower. And you should really feel those triceps, the back of those upper arms, activating each time. So the pace is going to be like press, 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 press. Keep going. Press, press, press. Halfway through. Press, press, press. Now we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then we're going to push ourselves back into child's pose. Stretch it out here. And we're going to hold this a few moments, so just really get nice and deep into it. Good. And then we're going to come up to all fours for cat and cow. So you're going to pull the belly button in towards the spine and then arch that spine towards the ceiling as you're pulling that belly button in. Let the head and neck follow through with the arch of the spine. And then you'll reverse and you're going to arch that spine towards the mat. Let the head and neck follow through with the arch in that spine. And then release that. We're going to do that 2 more times each way. Just go at your pace. You can synchronize your breath. Once you've done 2 each way, 2 more each way, then just push back into child's pose for 1 moment. And then bring it up, and we're going to finish off with a hip stretch. So knees about hip width apart, step 1 foot forward, hinge forward into that. And you can keep it here, chest reaching forward here. Or if you want, you can bring those arms up overhead and let yourself sink nice and deep into the stretch. Good, and then when you're ready, switch this one to the other side. Hinge forward, and you could keep it here. You can reach that chest forward here with this, or bring those arms up overhead and sink into it here. So big deep breaths. Very good, and that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining me.